everyone, welcome to HJ Global News. While the whole unification family is looking at 2020 as the decisive turning point, a week from now, we will celebrate together the Songha Festival, commemorating the 7th anniversary of our True Father's Ascension. While True Mother is making conditions for the success of the Songha Festival, she invited junior top-gun youth from Japan to Chonjongo and spoke to them. In this week's HJ Global News, we will share with you True Mother's message to this energetic and devout Japanese youth. We will also provide parts of speeches in which True Mother spoke to young people about Hyojongram, Heavenly Warriors. Around 139 junior Top Gun youths from Japan were attending a 14-day workshop at Someone University when True Mother invited them to Chonjongo. True parents could feel the heart and determination of the Top Gun youths from Heavenly Japan and bless them with the words of grace. They are to become the future Hyojongram of Heavenly Japan.
지금부터 너희들이 만들어내는 모든 문화 활동은 영구적일 것이다. 그러니까 최선을 다해야 된다. 자랑스러운 천일국의 주역이 되어라.
During the workshop, they learned about True Parents' wish for second-generation members to become Hyojongram. These Japanese Top Gun youths sang songs with all their hearts for True Mother, expressing their strong determination.
앞으로 저는 세계 줄이고 국가 줄인 지도자들에게 참 부모님의 화살을 쫓아가고 참 부모님을 위로해드리는 교훈이 되겠습니다. 아주 하나님의 사랑과 진정을 알고 하늘의 중요한 일을 전달해서 나를 박해하는 사자가 되겠습니다.
Moved by Songha students, she hugged and encouraged them. Heavenly Japan's Hyojongram will remember receiving True Parents' love and blessings. These 139 Hyojonggrams have Korea as their fatherland and Japan as their motherland. We hope they can inherit Hyojong and be key players in national restoration and the settlement of Chonilguk. The Hwarang Shilam played an instrumental role in uniting the three kingdoms of Korea. In the same way, True Parents hope for second generations to become the Hyojongram of Chonilguk. Let's look at what True Mother has said about Hyojongram and try to imagine what the Hyojong culture of Chonilguk, which we hope to create, would look like.
이렇게 바깥에 밝은 햇빛이 유리 창문을 통해서 아주 화려하게 비치네. 너희들이 아름다워 보이네 더. 너희들은 6,000년 만에 참 부모에 의해서 탄생된 효정랑이다. 그러니 여기에 너희들이 하늘 부모님께서 오랜 역사 노정을 통해서 기다리고 기다려 찾은 6,000년 만에 찾은 내 사랑하는 아들이구나 딸이구나 사랑하고 싶다 하실 거야. 그동안 부모님께서 한일 일체화를 생각하시고 교차교체 축복 결혼식 시켰지. 그 역사가 30년이 되지. 그래서 그 성적표가 나왔거든. 우리의 2세들이 본토백이 한국 사람보다 더 한국을 사랑하는 애국자가 됐다. 그 세계 도처에서 천일국의 백성으로 들어오는 나라들을 계속해서 교육해 줄 수 있는 인재 양성 필요한가 아니 필요한가? 참 부모님과 절대적으로 하나 된 우리들의 자랑스러운 2세 효정랑을 많이 배출해야 되겠나? 어떻게 해야 되겠나? 너희들로 말미암아 76억 인류가 너희들을 따라서 하늘 부모님의 품으로 들어올 수 있는 그러한 중심인물 섭리의 완성을 천일국의 안착을 그들에게 보여주는 아주 자랑스러운 효정랑이 되어라. 그래서 하늘 부모님의 꿈, 참 부모님의 소원, 인류의 소원을 너희들로 말미암아 세계 앞에 드러내는 실질적인 모든 분야에서 하늘을 존경하고 사랑하며 높여드리는 효자, 효녀, 충신, 효정랑이 될 거지?
On August 1, we held the 29th Chiriljol and 23rd Chimpaljol holiday in Chongbuktu. At the ceremony, Yona Moon, President of UPF, and Julia Moon, President of WFWP, representing True Family, families and other members from all parts of the city took part in the event. Around 1,000 people gathered. President Lee Gi-sung, head of FFWPU Korea, explained the providential meaning of the Chiriljol and Chimpaljol holidays, then described True Parents' hard work and love they invested to accomplish and complete the providence of restoration. He then asked the blessed families members there to become victorious Korean citizens by doing their HTM activities for Vision 2020. If we serve with absolute hyojo, without fail, we will be able to bring national restoration. Afterwards, participants heard a special report on some other churches that are trying numerous methods to promote the providence through home church activities. We heard from Suwon Church in South Gyeonggi Province, the Changwon Church in Gyeongnam, the Kwangsan Church in Gwangju City, as well as other members' activities. Let's have a look at news from the mission fields. This July, Thailand held many blessing activities in the Surin, Kalasin, Buriram, and Ubarata-Chan provinces. During the whole of July, they had 8 blessing ceremonies and a total of 2,858 couples received a blessing. These new couples took the holy wine and went through a 40-day separation. Heavily tribal messiahs in Thailand are working hard to continue caring for these new members through some home group activities and workshops. In line with True Parents' instruction for us to help religious leaders join the mainstream providential religion, FFWPU Benin has been working to enlighten and help develop interreligious leaders. The 80 religious leaders that participated in the workshop at Kome understood True Parents, the value of True Family movement, and agreed to take part in the blessing ceremony. We pray and have great confidence that they will actively participate in supporting the Hope rallies in Africa. Also this week in Benin, 4 families successfully blessed 430 couples and accomplished their heavenly tribal Messiah mission. Home groups, religious leaders, education, and the foundation of witnessing is bearing fruits in Benin. The UPF Central America and the Caribbean delegation met with the Guatemalan President Jimmy Morales and delivered a letter of invitation to the upcoming 2020 World Summit. In cooperation with the Secretary General of FUPREL, UPF plans to promote the World Summit in 30 Central American and the Caribbean countries. On the foundation of the Global Peace Network, the Women's Federation for World Peace co-sponsored a character education seminar in the Dominican Republic. For this event, a total of 80 participants, university professors, and about 60 psychology teachers discussed on how to introduce character education in high schools. They all agreed that the Hyojong character books, which cover a variety of areas, are vital for the society. Even though Korean-Japanese conflicts have increased over recent trade disputes, Youth and Students for Peace (YSP), in an attempt to solve issues on a civilian level and promote peace activities, created an NGO for Japanese and Koreans. More than 300 people came to the launching ceremony, Korean and Japanese second-generation members, young people with dual nationalities, and around 150 Japanese students. Vice Speaker of the National Assembly, Lee Joo-young, in his welcoming speech said, "I truly hope students with roots in both Korea and Japan will show us a new way for the Korean-Japan relations." An Quebec, president of the National Defense Commission of Korea, also expressed that Korean and Japanese youth can solve this historical problem and asked them to be a bridge in Korea and Japan relations. The young students of Korea and Japan started a social movement to establish a future-oriented Korea-Japan relationship at the Korean National Assembly. Under the new NGO, they sent letters calling for peace between Korea and Japan and plan to contact the Japanese political community while actively carrying out a civil society movement in the two countries. In the same spirit in Japan, a youth movement arose to call for unity and harmony between Korea and Japan. At a special gathering, around 100 young students of Korean and Japanese families came. Our second-generation blessed family members are the hope for civilian peace and cooperation between the two countries. In Lusaka, Zambia, 46 youth missionaries went out on a mission after a 21-day special workshop for youth missionaries. The purpose was to train young people and send them to the 6 strategic emerging African nations: Kenya, Lesotho, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, South Africa and Zambia, with a goal: accelerate the providence of national restoration in these countries. They will do mission work for a year to ensure the success of Vision 2020. The Sona Global Interreligious Scholarship Workshop, organized by the Korean Religious Association and the H.J. World Peace Foundation, took place with 45 scholarship students of 7 different religions. Before the March 1st movement, a young religious man, An Jung-gun, awakened the spirit of patriotism in Korea. Learning and following in his footsteps, these interreligious school students visited Dailan, Dandun, Yeosun, and Harbin, reviving the spirit of centuries ago, when Chondoists, Protestants, and Buddhists came together to proclaim the Declaration of Independence and spread the Mansing movement. Yongkap and Yayam students in Los Angeles that have committed to helping support national restoration through the revival of Christianity organized an American Hyojong trip. The pilgrimage started in Los Angeles and went to Washington, D.C. and Chicago. During that time, they connected with members in local communities, learned from them, and engaged in various activities. The program ended with a Hyojin Moon band concert. Enjoy, all participants promised to support the national restoration in America. Cameroon held a 21-day workshop for Songhua students under the theme Inheriting the Heart of Hyojong. During summer vacations, they created various educational activities and events for young students to have a variety of experiences. In Korea, we held a press conference in preparation for the Songhua Festival commemorating the 7th anniversary of True Father Songhua at the Korea Press Center in Junggu, Seoul. On that day, Lee Gi-sung, president of the FFWPU Heavenly Korea, gave an outline of the events that will happen in the Chongqing World Peace Center. He explained that around 30,000 members from Korea and abroad will come to the Songhua Festival. In all, there will be 14 different events, including the ILC. He also explained that True Mother is doing her very best to bring about an era of heavenly unified Korea. The Yongyang Church in Heavenly Nation of Gyeongsang starts a new era, as the last A-type church that guided us during the wilderness era is replaced. On that day, President Lee Gi-sung and his wife met with Pastor Park Yong-bae and around 120 members of the North Gyeongsang Provincial Church. The founders of Yongyang Church that had worked hard and devoted themselves to building a new church received a plaque of merit. In his speech, District Pastor Park Yong-bae said, "I hope that the Yongyang Church can start a new beautiful era." Yongyang Church members look forward to starting a new providence and proclaiming true parents through home church activities. Thanks to True Parents' grace, the HJ Chombo Training Center is successfully touring many places around the world. The tour covered Côte d'Ivoire in Heavenly Africa, Peru and Colombia in Heavenly Latin America, and the Solomon Islands in Heavenly Asia. This time, in over 10 countries, around 1,300 new members joined the Chombo Great Works, Ancestor Liberation and Blessing. It was a new experience for many, and they testified to having many spiritual experiences after receiving this grace. Peace TV will broadcast live the main events surrounding the 7th anniversary of the Ascension of our True Father, Sun Myung Moon, beginning with the 7 a.m. pledge service on Saturday the 17th. The main event will be at 9:30 a.m. on the same day. You can follow the broadcast through our website, our application, or Peace TV links on KakaoTalk and Facebook. Dear brothers and sisters, during the past 7 years, our True Mother made a firm promise to God and True Father, and since then has been working at the forefront to establish the substantial jungle. In this week of prayer for the Soha Festival, let us have a firm determination to embrace and realize True Mother's promise. Have a good week.
Einen wunderschönen guten Morgen. Jetzt sind wir doch einige. Gedacht, heute haben wir einen ganz kleinen Kreis. Mir ist auch erst vorgestern eingefallen, Mensch, am Sonntag ist ja noch gar niemand eingeteilt für Gottesdienst. Darum machen wir einfach einen kleinen Gottesdienst heute. Ich wollte was lesen aus, was auch gerade aktuell ist, weil gerade so viele Geschwister die geistige Welt gibt. Der Tod und die geistige Welt. Genau, aber vielleicht stehen wir kurz auf und verbeugen uns vor den wahren Eltern. Kanbomen der Kyongbe. Dann haben wir den zweiten Abschnitt vom Gelöbnis. Oder sonst singen wir halt das Lied zuerst. Können wir auch machen.
Was ich noch finde. Der, okay. Alles klar.
Okay. Familiengelöbnis 2. Wir als Familie und Bürger des Himmelreichs gründen auf wahre Liebe, geloben den himmlischen Eltern und den wahren Eltern zur Erwiderung, um als Familie den Kosmos zu repräsentieren, sein Mittelpunkt zu werden. Wir loben unsere Aufgaben als treue Söhne und Töchter in der Familie, als Patrioten unseres Landes, als Heilige in der Welt und als Familie, als Söhne und Töchter des Himmels und der Erde zu erfüllen. Danke. Das jetzt, oder zum Lied können wir auch spielen. Ja. Singt sich's leichter. Des Vaters Heimatland ist unseres Lebens Bruder. zum ewigen Tag.